The following public comment was read during the open session portion of the Merced City Council meeting on Monday, May 17th, 2021. My preference would have been to attend this meeting in person, but because of the limited seating and coming from the San Francisco Bay Area, I did not want to take that chance and not be allowed in council chambers. The purpose of my comment is to make the City of Merced and its citizens, in particular District 1, aware that I am a female being cyberbullied, harassed, and defamed by Councilman Jesse Ornelas and a group of his friends. During your last council meeting on May 3rd, he was stalking my Facebook page and posting laughing emojis on one of my pictures from 2019. I have never met Mr. Ornelas in person, but in his public life he portrays himself as an activist and brown beret. He knows my husband, Jesse Hurtado, very well from years back when he was in our organization. However, he was terminated for aggressive and violent behavior and sexually accosting some of our female berets. Mr. Ornelas resurfaced back in August of 2020 when my husband and I terminated several individuals from our organization, one of which was his friend. In retaliation for their termination, Mr. Ornelas gathered a group of people to dox me on social media, accusing me of being an FBI informant and allowing a white supremacist in our organization. They called a green light on my husband and I. To call a green light on someone is calling for their murder. Because of the limited time I have for public comment, I will be making several comments in future meetings with specific details of the harassment. Let it be noted that Mr. Ornelas and or his friends may seek physical retaliation against myself or a member of my organization for exposing him. So I really wanted to be there in person because I think it's important that cyber bullies and cyber stalkers face their targets in person. On this particular day, one of my final exams was scheduled until 2. So the city clerk in Merced told me that seating is limited, and due to COVID, they were only allowing 25 members of the public to be inside the council chambers. So being that the drive to Merced is 2 hours long, I didn't want a chance not getting in. But I will continue to submit public comments, whether by email or eventually in person, if necessary. Having said that, I want to also say that I have explained it many times that Micha, our East Bay chapter captain, was not involved in any of this BS with NBB, Benny Mata Jr., Edward Calleros, Tina Marie, Ornelas, and their circle. It was Jesse and I who formed the Colectiva Brown Berets de la Bahia with the NBB and the Chicano Resistance Council with the NBB and Joey Villarreal and others, of which Micha was not a part of. So I don't understand why some of you keep contacting Micha about screenshots and gossip that you're hearing about me. Honest question, why aren't you contacting me? She's a very busy person with her responsibilities as a full-time mom, activist, community organizer, and should not be bothered with any of this nonsense. It's not conducive to anyone to be pulled into this toxic environment created by this deranged group. I do it because I'm the targeted victim. I am defending myself and chronicling all of this. I don't understand what you expect to hear from her when you contact her about that I'm a racist, that I gave out Al Osorio's home address on social media. I mean, what do you expect her to answer you? This behavior of going the roundabout way of contacting those associated with me is just classic infiltration. She was the first brown beret that Jesse swore in this area. She's known us for 4 years and knows that I am incapable of the accusations made against me. Speaking of which, La Chuchu from NBB Oakland Unit contacted my comrade in Nevada and tried to tell her that I had put on social media that my comrade owed us money for the La Causa flag and that Jesse and I are bad people, and then got mad and hung up on my comrade when she told her that she would make up her own mind about me. What the fuck is wrong with you people? You make unsolicited phone calls to our comrades and then hang up on them when they don't agree with you. Guadalupe Xochimilco Cocomilco from Santa Paula, self-appointed ambassador of who can and cannot be a brown beret, is frightening because he's a victim advocate but yet engages in victimizing people he doesn't know. Spending 9 months on consecutive and consistent defamation and attempted character assassination of someone who you don't know and have no proof of what you're spreading is a sign of a sick mind, infiltration, or both?